Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Al Jones, and we begin this hour with the latest on the Thomas Popp murder trial going on in Sioux City. KTIV's Kaylee Doms has been covering the trial for us. Joins us now live from the Woodbury County LEC with more on what's unfolded so far during today's testimony in the death of Terry McCauley some 43 years ago. Kaylee, what's the latest today?
Yeah, good morning, Al. Testimony resumed here at 9 a.m. in courtroom 3 at the Woodbury County Law Enforcement Center. So far, 3 more witnesses have taken to the stand. The first one being Thomas Popp's former boss at IBP in Dakota City, Nebraska. Now, this carried extra weight after Freely Garrison, Terry McCauley's best friend, testified last week. Now, Garrison said she and McCauley accepted a ride from a man driving a white car the week before McCauley's death, and she overheard the driver say he worked at IBP. But after McCauley's body was found, Garrison and investigators searched the IBP parking lot for that vehicle and came up with nothing. Jurors heard today why that was, and that's because Popp had quit working at the plant 2 days after McCauley's murder, and the reason why shocked the courtroom.
He said he had just learned of a death in the family or friend or something like that. I don't recall exactly who it was, but it was something like that.
Was the impression that he gave you that the death had happened just recently?
Yes.
Luke testified Popp appeared unusually agitated on September 27th and 28th, behavior he had not seen before. On the 28th, Luke asked Popp asked Luke to leave early. Due to that death, he testified that he was denied that request. Popp then walked off the job and was terminated that day. Now, following that, retired Sioux City Sergeant Tony Sunglades also testified, one of the lead detectives in the case in 1984.
What did you do to follow up?
I checked with his father and with what witnesses I knew of that I'd already talked to, and asked if any of their friends had passed.
Sustained.
Did you determine if there had been any deaths?
No. I had determined that there were no.
Sioux City police had determined there were no deaths in Popp's family. The defense pushed back, noting Popp had only worked there briefly, argued that Luke did not know him well enough to characterize his behavior as unusual. Now, following Sergeant Sunglades, a DCI DNA criminalist then took the stand. I'll have more on his testimony coming up tonight on News 4 Live at 5. Al?
KTIV's Kaylee Doms from the Woodbury County LEC. Thanks for that.